Hi guys, listen, we're at this lovely cemetery. It's called Rose Hill Cemetery, and I'm in front of the mausoleum right now, and it's at 2400 South Donnybrook Avenue in Tyler, Texas. And this is lovely, you guys. Okay, I'm in front of the mausoleum, which is really pretty. It is. And nobody's here, but I thought I'd take you in before they lock up the doors. It's like 4:20 in the afternoon, and they lock up at 5 o'clock. This is lovely. It's not all that big, but it is nice. It is nice. Now this cemetery, Rose Hill, people are saying it's one of the most beautiful. Yeah, push them. So, as you can see, it's got rolling hills and nice trees, nice grass. And this started way back in the 1800s. And there's supposedly some spirits that hang out here. Okay, let's take a drive. I'm gonna take you to the first important monument. Okay, isn't this lovely? This is why we're here to begin with. This is Madge Ward, and this is where she lays to rest. And obviously she was in love with the piano. And she was famous for being a pianist. Isn't this awesome? This is just awesome. Okay, Dr. Madge Ward was born August 22nd, 1911, died May 4th, 1995 at 83. She was born in Cherokee County, and she arranged to be buried like this. Her casket is right underneath the body of this grand piano. This is massive, guys. Let me tell you a little bit about her. All right, she got her master's degree from Southern Methodist University. She studied in Paris, France, and she received a doctorate from Southern College of Fine Arts in St. Louis. And this lady taught school in Tyler, Texas, and that's where we're at. So she did a lot of community stuff. She performed in resorts, on cruise liners, charity events. She did a lot of work with the soldiers at Camp Fannin for World War II, different activities and stuff like that for them. She got around all over the world and performed for all kinds of people. She loved the piano, but never married, never had kids. This is where she had to maneuver the committees to get buried, or to reside here. They were going back and forth as to would they allow this or not. She had worked for 35 years to pay for this, and she had it all arranged, but the committees were like, I don't know about this, and finally they let her do this. She had planned it for herself, and it's awesome. Isn't it awesome? I think she's buried underneath the legs. But somebody said it's like underneath the body of the piano, but I think it's underneath the legs. But it's 25 tons altogether. It's like 12 tons of concrete in the foundation, and that's crazy. That's a lot. I thought it was granite, man. Now this is granite, but they said it was a lot of concrete. Yeah, underneath there's a lot of concrete. Amazing. This is beautiful, you guys. This whole place is beautiful. As you can see, the monuments here are something else. But the story about Madge, they say you can hear the piano playing at night. So she still hangs out here, you guys. That's what they're saying. They say that you can hear the piano playing. Isn't that awesome? Well, to get to this monument, this is the gates right here. It's right inside the gates. So there's no way he can miss it. They say tour buses come by sometimes. Yeah, something like this. But knowing that she's out here in the evenings playing the piano, that'd be kind of eerie. As I was walking around, though, look at this cutie pie. Isn't that cute? Somebody loved their puppy, huh? That is cute. But it doesn't say nothing about it. Aw. This cemetery's been here since like 1879, 1880s. So a lot of people here. And I was looking, there's a lot of people in the 1920s that passed. There's thousands that passed in the 1920s, and there are a lot here. So I don't know what was going on, but there was a lot of people that passed back then. Yeah. Now, let me show you some of these. Isn't this beautiful? That is absolutely gorgeous. I can see why they say it's one of the most beautiful cemeteries. Yeah, markers like that. All right, guys, we're in the older section here. I believe this is where some of the oldest graves are. The Gastons are buried here. The baby that was only 2 years old was buried in this area, and there's no marker. But she was buried here in 1879, and she was not even 2 years old. But the entire Gaston family is in this area. But some of these markers just beautiful. Well, there's another little story I want to tell you about. Madge is one person that plays the piano out here in the evenings. That was noted. But there's another girl that came to visit her grandmother's grave. She saw a shadow lurking behind a tree, and it disappeared. Well, ever since then, at night when she's sleeping at her own home, she wakes up 2 or 3 times a night, somebody staring at her in the corner of the room. And it just terrifies her. She is paralyzed, can't scream, can't move. She's paralyzed every time it happens. Nothing else happens, but she can't move or scream or talk or anything. And there's a term for that, and I forget what it is. But that's another story, you know, that I heard about this cemetery. She came here, visit her grandma, saw a shadow, went home, and then ever since then wakes up 2 or 3 times a night, and it's staring at her. in the a dark shadowy figure in her bedroom. How terrifying. Something followed her home. Not good. All right. It is starting to get a little eerie here because the sun's starting to go down. Wow. Isn't this lovely? This crypt. Connolly family. Wow. There's Walter Connolly. It says 1863 to 1918. Yeah, there's Greta, his wife. That's beautiful. She passed in 1948. Had 2 children, David and Walter. Wow. This is a beautiful place, guys. The sun's getting ready to go down. So peaceful. I can see why people call this one of the most beautiful. It just is. It is. I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and head on now because I'm afraid I'm going to get locked in. They're supposed to be closing the gates at 5 o'clock, or at least the mausoleum and the chapel is supposed to be closed at 5 o'clock, and we're after 5. But this is gorgeous. And for some reason I don't want to leave. I don't know. Weird, huh? I don't want to go. I like it here. Huh. Alright. Alright guys. Talk at you later. Thanks for watching.
Strange RV tours will take you places with Greg and Janet's smiling faces. You might see a crazy flavored soda review or some tips to fix your RV too. So come along, won't you join us, friend, as we discover what's around the bend. Just sit right back in your easy chair. Strange RV Tours is on the air. Strange RV Tours is on.